Well, and also, I think so many people who do use other people's material initially, if they're not, they're doing it innocently. They just don't know. It's a lack of awareness of how important it is to use your own stuff. That same thing happened to Doc Blakely, but unknowingly, at least you knew that that gal had used your material. Doc went in one time to speak to a group, and he said 10 minutes into my talk, I knew something was bad wrong. And when I got through, I asked the meeting planner what happened. He said, well, the guy that spoke to us last year gave that same exact talk.
Oh my
And
God.
that guy had just totally memorized Doc's presentation and given it. And it just, you're right, it shoots the credibility of both people right dead between the eyes, and it's over. And it's just hard to overcome that. So
It is, and you are so right. There are innocent mistakes made with that. I will say mine was an innocent mistake. I've
sure,
never said
sure,
the baton story happened to me, and I
sure.
always mention Jeannie, but that's still not right. There are things you can maybe reference to. I've referenced other speakers. I always, when
Oh
Charles
yeah,
Petty, I'll say stuff like, my good friend Charles Petty has the funniest line about
yeah,
cholesterol, and he said, we didn't have no cholesterol when I was a little boy. Had we had it, Mama would have fried it.
yeah, exactly.
Now that to me is not an infraction, and
No,
I have put that story and cited Charles Petty every time.
I do too. I
Yeah,
cite the people I get a story
that's
from.
different from a 3 or 5 minute story that you say happened
Yeah,
to you.
that's more like a quote,
Yes,
which is what it is. So,
right.
I'll do the same thing. So and so said, and then fill in the blank. So, yeah.
Right. And I love I'm trying to think of his name. Carl Hurley tells that chicken, the three-legged chicken story. And I love
Oh,
that story about the old farmer and the he goes down the highway and there's a three-legged chicken and they were going about
yeah,
3 mile an hour, and all of a sudden he jerks down this road. He said, I couldn't stand it. I had to follow that three-legged chicken. You remember that? And he came up on a barnyard, nothing but three-legged chickens. Old
yeah,
fella just sitting on the porch, and all them chickens just flying everywhere, running around like crazy. I said, hey, I've never seen no three-legged chicken. Yeah, my boy done gone to the university and done learned how to grow the three-legged chicken because everybody likes drumsticks. And he said, that's fantastic. How does it taste? He said, we don't know yet. We ain't been able to catch one.
yeah, exactly.
And I have
Uh,
thought about that story. And when I talk about sitting on the front porch and meeting my relatives, my cousin Wee Wee and my Aunt Fanny, and I said, that'd be so funny. But I don't do it because that's his story, And although I cited him, and I have told it, and I felt guilty, and I said, I can't do that again. I just can't do that. That's his story.
yeah.